Good morning, students. So, welcome to 7th class. 7th class General Science. Already you experienced General Science in 6th class. Okay, but when you are coming to higher sections, subject will be somewhat difficult. In 6th class, somewhat less questions or topics somewhat may be easy, but whenever you are going higher levels, subject will become hard. But it is easy whenever you are reading continuously. Okay, so you know all of you, myself, I want to introduce myself. So I am Gopal Krishna. My qualification MSc BEd. I completed my MS Physics in Kakatiya University, and BEd I completed St. Lawrence College in Khammam. Okay, I have 14 years experience teaching. Okay, so I worked in several corporate schools also, and here still I am working from since 8 years onwards. Okay, so this is my introduction and about general science. General science. Okay, so you know all of you, you know surroundings, everything, whatever you are doing activities in your life, which is everything belongs to your daily life activities, belongs to science only. Whatever the activities you are doing, which is your daily life activities, which in everything belongs to science. So you are eating food will be digest. It is a science. So you are walking, it is also a science. So whatever rain falling, change of seasons, revolution of earth, and revolving satellites, communications, signals, sounds, electricity. So everything, whatever you are observing in your surroundings, TVs, radios, telephones, and your mobiles. So each and everything which belongs to science, which introduced by science only. Science, without science there is no life. Without science there is no, so it is all those things not be introduced without science. That's why science is the basic for everything. Without science there is no life. So that's why general science. Your 7th class general science. Actually, the science have 3 main branches. That is general science, general science. Basically, it is physics, chemistry, and biology. Physics, chemistry, and biology. Okay, physics, chemistry, biology. General science mainly 3 branches: physics, chemistry, and biology. Physics, chemistry, you know all of you. Why? Because in last year, you know physics, IIT physics, IIT chemistry. But biology, whenever you go to the 8th class next year, maybe the physics, chemistry both combined to one book. Physical science. Physical science, and biology also called as natural science. Natural science. Physical science and natural science. Okay. So these two will be in 8th class, 8th and 10th. These two in one book. That is natural science. Biology is one book. Okay. So general science. Whatever the activities you are doing in your surroundings, which belongs to all science only. The science which will be physics, chemistry is called physical science. Biology is called as natural science. Okay. So this general science is one book for you. In that book, when you observed in 6th class, so physics topics will be there, chemistry topics will be there, biology topics will be also there and will be there in your science. Okay. This is about the textbook. So in general science textbook 7th class. Textbook contains Total 17 lessons. 17 lessons. So your general science textbook contains total 17 lessons. 17 lessons will be there. In 6th class we have 16 lessons. Okay. So main you should read textbook only. Follow the textbook. Teachers explaining, you listen and also follow the textbook. You will get good marks, good grade. So you know the knowledge. Everything should be will get by reading the textbook. Textbook reading is very, very important. Total how many lessons we have? 17 lessons. In that, physics part will be some lessons, chemistry part will be some lessons, biology part will be some lessons. For example, physics lessons, temperature, motion and sound. So like we have electricity. So this is like we have some physics part, chemistry, food, animals, rain. So like we have some of the chemistry topics will be there. Biology about plants and animals, everything will be there about biology. Like that we have science. It contains 3 subjects in a single book. That is called general science. So how many lessons we have? How many lessons we have? 70 lessons. You should complete 70 lessons. First, for FA1, 2 lessons. FA2, 2 lessons. For SA1, we have to complete 6 or 7 or 8 lessons. We have to complete. After that, FA3, we should complete more 3 lessons. 13 lessons we should complete. And next, FA4, we should 2 more we will complete. So, final SA2 we will get 17 lessons. Total 17 lessons we have. Okay. For how is the paper pattern? CC pattern. So continuous comprehension evolution. So for this we need to give more explanation. Whatever the textbook contains, now it will be beyond the textbook also they will ask the question. That is the CC pattern. According to CC pattern, after that what happens? Should be read textbook. And also how it is like applications. It is how it is applied for the life, daily life. So how it is useful to your daily life? That should be learned. That is the science. So apply everything to your life, general science. That is the general science. Okay. So what is the pattern? How is the questions? What is the pattern for FA1? For FA1 is pattern for FA1 is for pattern FA1 already you done 6 class now. So open 1 mark questions, 1 mark questions, 2 marks questions, 4 marks questions, and half mark questions. Half mark question means big part. So we have 1 mark questions will be 7 marks. So we are 2 into 6 marks, 6 questions, 6 into 2, we have 12 marks, and 4 into 4, 16 marks, and 10 into half, 5 marks. So this is a pattern for your favor. So 1, 7, 12, 19, 35, 40 marks. What about total paper how many marks? 50 marks. What about 10 marks? Where is 10 marks? So your project work is 10 marks. Total 50 marks. This is the paper pattern for FA1. So FA all FAs. For all FAs we have 50 marks paper. This is the pattern. Asking questions. Question asking like this. So 1 mark question, 2 marks, 4 marks, and half mark questions. Next you have essays. How many essays we have? SA1 and SA2. According to government situations, we have to SA1 and for essays. For essays and SA1 and SA2. So for SA1 and SA2 paper is 100 marks paper. So 100 marks. So for 100 marks, 80 marks question paper plus 10 marks, 20 marks paper. So 80 plus 20. These actually 20 marks. How can we give the 20 marks? According to CC pattern, this 20 marks contains 4 parts. So divide into 4 parts. So 20 marks divided into 4 parts. This 4. What is 4? First one is the project work, lab activity, project work, and slip test, written works. Written works. Okay, activity, project work, trip test, written works. Each one carries 5 marks. 5, 5, 5, 5. 4, 5 is a 20 marks. So that is it. 20 marks will give for activities, project works, trip test and written works. That's why whenever the teacher explaining, you should write a CW classwork. For classwork, how many marks you have? 5 marks. You have 5 marks for classwork. It is. For 80 marks paper contains so 2 marks questions. So for 2 marks question answers, 4 marks question answers, 8 marks question answers, 1 mark questions. Big part. Okay. This for 80 marks. And project work is 20 marks. Total 100 marks. 80 plus 20 is 100 marks paper. It is about the papers which will coming for examinations. Okay. For your essays 50 marks. For essays 100 marks paper. Okay. 80 marks for question paper. 20 marks for project works. For 20 marks project activity, project works, request and written works. So 2 marks questions, how many is there? So 2 marks questions 12. So will be there. 4 marks questions 8. 10 marks 8 marks questions 4. So 1 mark questions so 10. So this 1 mark question will be there. So this is about examination pattern. The examination pattern will be there. So for essays 50 marks and essays 100 marks paper. It is about our examination pattern. So students, dear students, you should follow textbook. Should follow textbook. Also apply that order of the content that we are giving. That apply for that life, daily life. Then only we can understand. Don't by heart the question answers. Should apply it. Then only you will get the marks and answers. Okay. So this is about. Next, so the topic is we have how many lessons we have? 17 lessons we have. In that, one of the lesson is motion and time. Motion and time. Motion and time. Motion and time. Okay, this is a lesson about motion and time. The motion and time. Whatever this you can write. Motion and time. This motion and time. These two topics will be I am going to explain. So about introduction about the topic. What is motion? Have you listened the word motion in your daily life? Yes, so many times we listen. So the motion means the moving. Nothing but is moving. So what you observe in your surroundings? Anything is moving to your surroundings? Yes, we are listening. So many things are moving. First of all, we were walking. Ourselves we are walking in motion. We are running, it's also in motion. The birds flying, also in motion. And vehicles are moving on the road, also in motion. Athlete running is also in motion. Throwing a ball, cricket player throwing the ball is also in motion. So many things are in motion. So they are in moving nothing but motion. Rotation of fan, revolution of the earth, rotating the earth around the sun, rotating itself the earth, and also revolution of the earth around the sun. These all are in motion. But what is motion? What is motion? What is motion? What is motion? Means what is motion? Motion nothing but moving. Is it right? No. So how can you define the motion? Motion is defined as the position of the object changes with respect to surroundings and time. Okay. Motion of the object means object is in motion. How can you say? The position of the object changes with respect to surroundings and time. See, for example, so a car is moving on the road. A car is moving on the road. So a car is moving on the road. This is a car moving on the road. So when the car is moving on the road, what you observe beside your so many buildings and trees, everything you are observing. So a tree is present here. A tree is there here. tree is there. Okay, where is the tree? It is a left side of the car. So what happens here? The car is sometime observe the car. Okay, after some time the car is here. And what about car? When the observe the tree is there here tree is there. So what is the difference in the two pictures? The tree is this side here, left side. Here the tree is right side. Yes? Here left side is the tree, here right side is the tree. Why it is happened? Because the car is in motion, car is moving. So where it is moving? So towards tree. So what happens sometimes? It crossed the tree. The car is crossed the tree. So what happens there? When it crosses the tree, what happens? Because so the car is said to be in motion. Because of motion, the surroundings of the car is here first, and it is here there. So the tree is said to be in rest, but the car is said to be in motion. How can you define the motion? Motion is defined as the position of the object changes with respect to surroundings and time. See, so how can you define the motion? Defined as motion means okay, the position of the object, changes with respect to surroundings and time. With respect to surroundings and time. With respect to surroundings and time. The position of the object changes with respect to surroundings and time. Then the object is said to be in motion. So the car, first initially the positions, the surroundings will be there it is, but at some time what happens, the surroundings will be here. Then what happens, the car is said to be in motion. So similarly, the motion of so many things we observe. For example, a school bus. Our school bus will be started at school after completion of every day after completion of school. The bus is started. So what is the premises of the bus? Is our school. After some time, so you came to our house, your house. You went to house, or bus is stopped at your home. What happens there? The surroundings will be your home, but initially our school. What happened? The position of the bus changed. Surroundings also changed. Time is also spent some time to cover the distance. So what happens? The position of the bus changed with respect to surroundings and time. Then it's said to be in motion. What about rest? So the tree is said to be rest. Position of the tree change? No change. Only car is change position, but tree does not change. The position of the object does not change with respect to surroundings and time. Then it is said to be in rest. So what is rest? Rest means the position of the object. The position of the object does not change. With respect to surroundings and time. Surroundings and time. Surroundings and time. That is said to be in rest. So, what is basic difference here? The position of the object changes. Here the position of the object does not change. Here car position will be changed. Then car is said to be in motion. But tree does not change its position. That's why the tree is in rest. Trees, buildings, and whatever the fixed objects, they cannot change their position. Poles, current poles, trees, buildings, temples, they are not changing their positions. But the moving substances, they can change their positions. Then they are said to be in motion. Okay, students, everyone, listen. While you are watching video, you should read lesson textbook. When you are watching your video, should go keep your textbook with you. and also go through textbook. After watching the video, read the textbook and also write in CW. Write the notes in CW and also up to what I complete topic. Next time, and also what I giving the questions to you daily. That questions you should be note down in your homeworks. You should write answers for the questions. Check and write. Check from textbook and write down. And also what happens next? You should next topic. What I explain next topic is about. So what is the relation between the motion and the rest? How they are relative? How they are relative to each other? Should go through it. So and also what are different types of motions I explained. Okay, this is about the topic rest and motion. Students, don't forget the answer is more important. You should read the textbook and answer the following questions. Okay. So define what is motion? What is rest? What is rest? So answer these two questions and write in your homework book. Okay. What is motion? What is rest? Okay. So very important. Okay. What is motion? Means the position of the object changes with respect to surroundings and time. What is rest? The position of the object does not change with respect to surroundings and time. Hence it will be in rest position. And examples. And also give some examples for motion and rest position.